So yeah, the Knicks aren't doing good. Yeah, we're not doing too well right now. In a place where last year we were looking at, you know, climbing in the standings, right now the Knicks are declining in the same standings. Right now we are on a old friend of ours yet again. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already been doing your daily spins, your daily attempts to see where we land. Matter of fact, why the hell not? Let's see what we get, huh? All right, here we are. We're on Tankathon. We're here. And my favorite part about Tankathon after not being here for a little bit is how losing is a good thing. You know how green means good, red means bad, typically whenever you're on any website or play any kind of game. Well, on this, I love how you're on a winning streak, you're in the red. That's not good. But when you're 3-7 in the last 10, 1-9 in the last 10, or like our New York Knicks 2-8 in the last 10, you are trending in the right direction on Tankathon. Alright, so that being said, we have a 3.8 chance to move up in this draft. Let's try it. You know, let's have some fun. Let's see what the hell happens, huh? We stayed put at 9. Alright, and then up top, there was a little bit of shuffling around. So the Sacramento Kings would have the first overall pick, Orlando at 2, Detroit at 3. So, okay, blobbity, 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 but that puts us at 9. So if we look at mock drafts in the big board, who are we looking at 9? Ty Washington. I don't care who it is. I just want a point guard. I'm looking at Ty Washington, but Jaden Ivey, God, that would be a godsend. But yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys, I don't know why I have headphones on, but I'm sure a lot of you guys are are in that space right now of checking Tankathon on a regular basis. You guys are making sure and seeing where the Knicks could be now that we are losing games, because right now everybody wants to tank. Nobody is happy. Knicks fans are being separated. Knicks fans right now are being separated. We have those who are ready to go full tank. We're seeing the fatigues. We're seeing the tank attire. We're seeing everybody ready to go. We're also seeing people ready to fire Thibodeau. Everybody is in a certain spot right now. Where am I? Well, I'm a bit of everything. I'm ready to just focus on the rebuild, play all the young guys, and just see where the season takes us from here on out. We're going to talk about my hopeful rotation after a few things that were said by Tom Thibodeau. We'll talk about that in the video. But right now, it's not a fun time in Knicks land right now, because when you put all these chips in a basket thinking that we're gonna be one thing, and then we come out and we're looking like what we're looking like right now, it's just not fun. It's just not fun. And now we're back to our good friend Tankathon. And I'm sure you guys have noticed, yo, CK, where the hell you been? Well, look, man, there's not much to talk about. Just like our coaching, my responses were becoming template because my thoughts are the same. Stop going to Taj Gibson first off the bench. Stop making Alec Burks be a point guard and diminish what role he should actually have on this team, as well as play through the younger guys. No more of the Kemba Walker stuff. It was nice. We got to hear the whole I'm coming home BS with you, okay? It was nice. It was fun while it lasted. But get him out of here. It's time for him to go. I'm over all of it. Right now, the Knicks are just in such a stupid spot. And now we have Worldwide West pointing fingers. We have Leon Rose pointing fingers. We have, you know, Tom Thibodeau saying, you know, that this whole entire time he was believing in giving minutes to people who deserve minutes. But yet on the floor, we're seeing something completely different. A lot of nonsense going on in the Knicks verse right now that I had just had enough with. And I said, you know what? Y'all got a lot of other Knicks content creators to watch. I'm taking a break this week, and because I need it for my health. But here we are. There's been rumors. There's been things being talked about. Allegedly, Tom Thibodeau is saying there's going to be changes to be made, and round. We're going to talk about all that. But more importantly, run the intro. What's going on, CK Crew? It's your boy CK2K, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. If you haven't already, make sure you go subscribe to the other channel, CK. What are you doing? Have you subscribed to CK? We live stream over there. We have conversations about hoops over there. That is my other channel. If I'm not watching basketball, playing 2K, or doing anything basketball-wise, I'm a gamer. I like playing games, and a lot of you guys are too. So let's go over there, vibe, stream some games, talk about the Knicks. It's a lot of fun over there. So make sure you subscribe. Links in the description below. Also join the Discord. You know the vibes. All right, New York Knicks right now. It's just not a great time. We saw that last game against the Brooklyn Nets, and that left a nasty salty taste in our mouth throughout what we are going through right now in the All-Star break. We got to see Obi Toppin over the weekend win a very mediocre slam dunk contest. Luckily, Obi Toppin was out there putting on for us. I know that TNT wanted to be a bunch of haters, but shout out to Obi Toppin for putting on for us with a few of his cool dunks in that contest, and blobbity, blobbity, blobbity. But we're getting closer and closer back to reality here as the Knicks play the Miami Heat. And then we're going to get right back into the swing of things and right back into the swing of yet another stretch of very difficult, nationally televised basketball games. Now, allegedly, we're hopefully going to be getting some of our guys back. RJ Barrett should hopefully be back. Derrick Rose should be back. So the rotation is going to be switched back up yet again. What is that going to look like? Is it going to look like a lot of the same? What do I want it to look like? Are those two questions the same thing? I don't know. You know, we heard Tom Thibodeau after that Brooklyn Nets game say this.
And it's got to be merit-based. Like, I'm not going to just give minutes just to give minutes. So that's not happening. You earn what you get. You know, like if a guy is playing good, he plays, you know. And if the team is functioning well when he's on the floor, he should play. That's the most important thing. The team has to come first for everyone.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm not buying it. I think that he's saying this right now because that's something we want to hear, but I feel like that's going to result in being the same thing. We just saw Deuce McBride get sent over to the G League when our main issue is finding a solid piece at the point guard position, meaning you should be trying all of your point guards rather than trying to make Alec Burks into a... What's that going to do? Is that going to win us games? And I feel like that's also a big part of Alec Burks' game not being as good as it was last year because you're taking him out of his role. But that's neither here nor there. Tom Thibodeau is believing that he is going to, you know, switch the rotations up. Everything is on the table. What does that mean to you guys? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But to me, when he says everything is on the table, I think that means everything is on the table to make sure that he hopefully keeps his job. Matter of fact, for the first time in the history of the world, I'm agreeing with Nick Wright. Nick Wright, right before the All-Star weekend, he said this about the Knicks following that game against the Nets.
Last night, he played Taj Gibson more than Obi Toppin and Cam Reddish combined. The reason you have to fire him is because you're going to be bad no matter what. He refuses to play the young guys that matter.
So yeah, literally anything Tom Thibodeau does different compared to what he's done at the beginning part of the season is going to be better than what we've already been having to watch. Like that's just where we are right now. Anything different will be better. That whether that is just flat out putting Deuce McBride as our starting point guard, whether that's taking guys out of the rotation, whatever the case may be, I think anything that you roll out will be better than what we're subjected to watching right now anyways in the first place. But what's that going to be? What is the rotation going to look like? I personally believe it's going to look a lot like the same. You know, we're going to insert Derrick Rose into that. He's probably going to put Derrick Rose as our backup point guard. I think he goes back to Kemba Walker as our starting point guard immediately into the break. I don't think he's going to make that sudden of a change after he's going to give them the benefit of the doubt. He's going to say, you know, we had a break. Let's see how we come out here with new energy, blobbity, blobbity. So I think Kemba Walker comes back as a starter. I think the thing that changes now is Derrick Rose comes in as our backup our backup point guard, along with Emmanuel Quickly. What does that mean for Quentin Grimes? I have no idea yet. I really believe that Quentin Grimes should be a fixture in this rotation. Hell, I've said it before it happened. You guys know all summer over on Knicks Fan TV and here on this channel, I've been on the Quentin Grimes train before he finally got minutes. And I feel like now that because we're getting a few names back, that shouldn't be changing. I think there should be people losing minutes to let Quentin Grimes play because you know his impact is vital on this team. But what's going to happen? I don't think that's going to be the case. I think that it's going to be a toss-up between him and Alec Burks because I just don't think Tom Thibodeau has the heart to take Alec Burks out of the rotation. You know, RJ Barrett, I think, slots back right into his starting role. I think Evan Fournier goes back into only playing spot minutes in the first quarter and in the third quarter, and then not playing much in the second or in the fourth quarter at all. But I think the rotations look a lot of the same. I think Taj Gibson's still going to be playing. whether Nerlens is hurt or not. I think he's not going to practice what he preaches. Hell, we don't even know if we're gonna have Mitchell Robinson on Friday because of the unfortunate news that's been coming out about him and his father. Prayers to him and his family. I really hope that they find him and everything goes safely there. But that's another thing, basketball wise, that is going to be in perspective, because that's going to be more important to Mitch, so he might not play basketball. So what's going to go on there? So there's a lot of things that I feel like they're going to say and make it seem like they're going to change up. That's honestly not going to change at all. And rotation, to me, I don't think he's generally going to change up the rotation at all. Not with Derrick Rose coming back, not with RJ Barrett coming back. He's going to keep the same old. Julius Randle's going to play a lot of minutes. It's just not going to change. And that's why making these kind of videos have not been fun to me anymore, because we're watching a team that's not trying to be better. Like, if we are in full tank mode, then this is it. Like, it looks like we're in full tank mode right now, but it'd be nice to see this team play with the youth. But yeah, I expect, for Tom Thibodeau's rotation, I think it's going to be the exact same. I think he's going to, just slot in Derrick Rose, RJ Barrett back in things, and I think Quentin Grimes' minutes fall. I think Alec Burks plays, similar minutes, and I think he plays better in the role that he's going to be in, so he's going to play more minutes. I think Reddish falls out of the rotation. I think Quentin Grimes falls out. I don't think anything's going to change. I hope I am wrong. And I hope I'm wrong so much so that this is what I think the rotation should be starting immediately on Friday. Now, just, hoping and keeping on the positive side that everything goes well, my starting five is looking like this. If it were up to me, if we're going to be talking about making immediate changes, right now I would be I'm giving Emmanuel Quickley that promotion. I know Quickley has not been playing well right now as of late, but having Derrick Rose back in the rotation, having Derrick Rose be a guy that could be a part of the team with him, I think it might help him out in the rotation. So I'm starting Derrick Rose. I'm starting Emmanuel Quickley. I'm going to go with Quentin Grimes at the 2. I'm going with RJ Barrett at the 3, even though I ultimately want RJ Barrett at the 2, but I want to find a way that Quentin Grimes and RJ Barrett play on the court at the same time. Then I got Julius Randle, and then with everything being hopeful, we have Mitchell Robinson starting at the 5. That would be my starting 5. So for the second unit, I would see Derrick Rose being immediately the guy coming off of the bench. As much as I would want to say I don't want Fournier playing, I just don't see a world where Fournier doesn't play. And hell, Fournier might be a better piece for us off the bench. So I'm looking at Fournier being that 2, and you still have to have defense out there. So I'm keeping Cam Reddish in the rotation. So Reddish will be the 3 off the bench. Obi Toppin, and then I'm looking at, if Nerlens is not playing, then I'm looking at Sims. I think you can split the minutes that you give Taj Gibson with Sims. Instead of giving Taj Gibson 24 minutes, I think there's a world where you can give 12 to Sims and 12 to Taj Gibson, but you're starting with Jericho Sims. If Jericho Sims is giving you those rookie stops, or he's giving you those moments where he's looking like a rookie, then fine. To end off the quarter or end off the half, you can give some of those minutes to Taj Gibson. But I think that you need to go with Jericho Sims first before you're going to having Taj Gibson being the first one off the bench. To me, that just makes absolutely no sense. I think it's just irresponsible at this point to be having Taj Gibson play as much as he's playing right now. I love Taj Gibson. I love him as a veteran for this team. I love him as a piece and somebody in the ears of these younger players in road trips, in practices and stuff like that. I love that. But as far as him being a fixture for this team's rotation in games, not in 2022. I'm sorry. It just does not make sense. If we are absolutely out of players to play at that position, then of course you play him. But when you have a guy like Jericho Sims that I feel like can give you a lot and also can learn on the job, it does not make sense for Taj Gibson to be playing. So one last time, this is what I predict. My prediction for what Tom Thibodeau is going to roll out starting Friday, this is going to be the rotation for Tom Thibodeau. I think it's going to be his starting 5 along with these guys right here. Same thing, I'm going to say it one more time. I think it's going to be Kemba Walker, RJ Barrett, Evan Fournier, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, hoping that he's playing. And then with the backups of Emmanuel Quickley, Derrick Rose, Alec Burks, Obi Toppin, and Taj Gibson. I think that's the rotation he's going to come up with on Friday. That's just what I think it's going to be. I don't like it. I hope I'm wrong, but I think that's just what he's going to roll out on Friday. And this is my rotation. This is what I would do. I would have Emmanuel Quickley starting at the point, Quentin Grimes at 2, RJ Barrett at the 3, Julius Randle at the 4, Mitchell Robinson at the 5. And then off the bench, I have Derrick Rose, Evan Fournier, Cam Reddish, Obi Toppin, and then Jericho Sims. To me, it's easy. Obviously, I would love to have Deuce McBride in there, but just keeping it as realistic as possible with a 10-man rotation. That's what I'm looking at right now. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the Knicks lean more towards the CK rotation? I'm gonna show it again one more time right here. You think the Knicks lean more towards that, or you think that they're just gonna Tom Thibodeau and his rotation is going to look a lot like this? I would be very surprised if Tom Thibodeau goes, you know, actually practices what he preaches. But I just don't believe it. I'm not buying it. I don't think he will. I think he's gonna go and stick to the same old. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What rotation are you looking to see? Which rotation do you think is more real, mine or his? What do you think is gonna happen? Let me know in the comments below. But if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Do not forget to like this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my other channel. It's linked in the description below. Comes up every single time. It's right there. Go subscribe to CK. Support your boy. Even if you're only going to be able to show up a few times, the conversations over there are lit. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If the Knicks are not playing, we are streaming over there. Come on now. Come on now. Support your boy. It helps me out. That's for sure. All right. I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Let's get it. You know, like I always say at this point of the video, I've said my piece. Now tell me yours. Also, if you decide to do the Tankathon, let me know where the Knicks land on yours. All right, I would love to see that. All right, I'm out of here. See you in the next one. Peace.
Cold pizza Tuesday. I got food up in the fridge. Y'all keep looking for that new way. I think I like it how it is.